Hey YouTube fans, it's me, the Storyman, and welcome back to my latest video. If you're wondering about the channel name, I apologize. My channel name sounds a little robotic, so I changed my channel name to Ultimate Book 34. So remember, my new channel name is the Ultimate Book 34. Okay, and today, here's my latest video. I'm reading a story which I like to call... I have a better idea. I give it Through a Cat's Eye. That's the one. That's a good title. Through a Cat's Eye. So, remember folks, like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and please leave your comments down in the comment section below. Let's begin. Oh, and wait, one more thing. The story is made by Chat GPT, but the voice acting, the dramatic flair, ad-libbing, narration, and storytelling is done by a real human being, which I call myself the Storyman. So let's begin the video and the story, shall we? Rain tapped softly against the windows of the old bus station as 12-year-old Eli curled deeper into his oversized hoodie. Pretty cute though. Beside him, tucked into the crook of his arm, was a small orange cat with torn ears and bright gold eyes. The cat had appeared 3 nights ago behind the bakery dumpster, meowing like it had known Eli forever. Guess it's just us now, Eli whispered. That's a good point though. When you're an orphan, you only just have your pets to keep you company. They're like your best friend. They'll always stay by your side. The cat answered with a slow blink. Eli named him Marmalade. Oh, that's kind of a nice name though. A really nice name. They wandered together through the city after that. Eli had no real destination. Since his mother died the previous winter and his father disappeared shortly after, the world had become a collection of temporary places. Shelters, alleys, laundromats, bus stops. I can imagine that. I feel sorry for the child. Many children had to go through alone when they're orphans. They had to go through streets, begging, no home, no direction, and no idea what to do next. Just survive. Adults asked questions he didn't want to answer. Teachers looked at him with pity. Social workers promised things that never seemed to happen. Unfortunately, that does happen in real life, unfortunately. There are cases like that. There are times that social workers tend to fail the children they're supposed to care for. There are those cases. But Marmalade stayed. That loyal, kind cat, but pets will stay behind you. They are loyal. If you raise them right, they'll be loyal to you to the end. Always at your side. Every morning, the cat somehow found food. Sometimes he'd sit outside the deli until someone came out and handed Eli a sandwich. That's kind of nice knowing. It pays to help. It really does. Other times, he'd lead them toward a soup kitchen or a church serving meals. It's almost felt intentional. Seems cats are smarter than they look. One freezing night, Eli followed Marmalade through unfamiliar streets. The cat trotted comfortably, tail high, weaving between puddles until he stopped in front of a small stone church, glowing warm against the dark. The sign read, St. Gabriel's Community Chapel. All are welcome. Looks like Eli had found a new place to stay in the night. And all thanks to Marmalade. Good cat. Good kitty. I'm not going in there, Eli muttered. I guess for a point though, when you're young, you're very distrustful of people, especially if you're homeless. You have a lot of hard time trusting people. And if you're homeless, people see you as invisible and untouchable. Alas, I feel sorry for that kid. He has to do it alone, but at least he has someone to keep him by his side. Even though it's an animal, at least it's something, or someone in a way. Marmalade ignored him, slipped through the half-open door. Hey, wait, no, Marmalade, no, don't enter the church. We'll get in trouble. And I don't think they allow animals in the church. They tend to mess things up. Unfortunately, that does happen. Dogs tend to do things that kind of dirty the church. They can be up there loud, but not inside the chapel. Well, sometimes. Eli chased after him. Inside, the chapel smelled like candle wax and bread. A few people sat quietly in wooden pews while volunteers prepared trays of soup in the back hall. It's kind of nice knowing that they still do charity work. I wonder though, Do our churches in the Philippines actually do that? I don't know. I don't go. I only go to church on the afternoon, on Sunday, because I can only understand it there because it's in English. Near the altar, Marmalade jumped directly into a lap and an elderly priest. Well, now, the priest said gently, scratching the cat's chin. And who might you be? Eli froze near the doorway. Uh-oh. The priest looked up and smiled. Not the forced kind adults usually gave him, but really. You look frozen, son. Come warm up. Eli almost ran. Instead, he stayed. Looks like you can tell, look at Eli. He had found someone he could trust. A nice, kindly man, a priest. Religion can give people comfort when the times are in. That night, he ate tomato soup and fresh bread while Marmalade wandered the chapel as though he owned it. Ah man, how many cats done that? Our cats just wander a place like they own it. It's like they own it more than we do. I've seen it many times. Nobody interrogated Eli. Nobody demanded explanations. They simply let him exist. He's just there. They understand he's just a kid. He's not going to do anything else. The church, people at church, the parishioners, the priest, and the nuns understood he's just a kid. He's not going to do anything else. He's just there. Before leaving, the priest handed Eli a small knitted blanket. You and your friend are welcome anytime, he said. That's kind of a nice voice. I hope I did the priest voice right. I hope it doesn't offend you if I did it wrong. Please understand. Over the next few weeks, Eli kept returning. At first, it was for food. Then, for warmth. Then, because something about the quiet singing during evening prayers settled the storm in his chest. I guess the church songs really soothe the heart. I listen to a few church songs every now and then. They help too. He didn't understand religion. He wasn't sure he believed in God, but he liked listening to the stories. Stories about lost people being found, about mercy, about second chances. One afternoon, Eli asked the priest, why do people pray if bad things still happen? That's a good point, kid. We asked ourselves that. Bad things are still happening out in the world, and we still pray, and it's still happening. We don't know why. The old man thought for a moment. Because prayer doesn't erase suffering, he says. It reminds us we don't carry it alone. Fair point. It doesn't erase the suffering, but reminds us we're not alone in this. We have to help together. Help those in need. And another word, and a quote, many hands make light work. The more people help you, the more easy it is to do work. Eli looked down at Marmalade sleeping in his lap. Maybe, he admitted. But I think the cat's doing most of the work. I can see though, fair point though. I've been reading this story so far, and I feel like the cat's doing all the work. Marmalade was the one who helped Eli get food, shelter, a home, and people to talk to. It looks like the cat did everything he did. It looks like God was acting as messenger. The priest left. My child, God uses all kinds of messengers in all shapes and sizes. Cats, birds, dogs, animals, the flowers, the book. Remember that burning bush that God used to talk to Moses? Indeed, God used many ways. He works in mysterious ways. He uses many messengers, the animals, the sky, everything. He takes many forms. I can imagine God's watching through the eyes of the animals, watching what we're doing. I can see that bird looking out my window right now. It's kind of nice. Winter deepened. Snow gathered along the church steps. Eli began helping around the chapel after meals, stacking chairs, sweeping floors, reading donated books in the corner while Marmalade supervised from sunny windowsills. Typical cat things. And it feels like Marmalade I could imagine an angel watching Eli in the form of a cat. I can imagine that's a possibility. It might happen. One evening, a woman named Clara arrived to volunteer. She was quiet, patient, and wore paint stains on her sleeves. Marmalade took to her instantly, climbing into her lap on the first day. Traitor, Eli joked. Yeah, I can imagine he climbs on anyone's lap. I can feel like Eli looks like a fool when he thought he was special and he climbs on anyone's lap. But Clara kept returning. She talked to Eli like he mattered, not like a problem to solve, but as a person who needs help, a person who needs love, guidance, and someone to talk to. I can imagine. I wish maybe there are people like that out there. We don't know. I can imagine there are many people all over the world helping out in different forms, he, she, or they. In all forms. God is everywhere. Weeks later, she asked if he wanted to help paint murals in the church basement for the children's shelter program. Eli discovered he liked painting oceans and stars and faces. Clara praised every crooked line like it belonged in a museum. I can imagine. Oh, child, it's kind of beautiful though. But Eli said, "I'm sorry, my drawing's bad. I can't draw well, and it's pretty crooked. I apologize." No, it's beautiful. It's your own way of drawing. It gives it life. It what gives that art form and character and meaning. Remember that. For the first time in months, Eli began imagining a future longer than tomorrow. Then came the night Marmalade disappeared. Eli searched church frantically. "Mama?" he cried in the alleys and under the parks. "Marmalade! Where are you, kitty? Come on, please. Where are you? Where'd he go? Where are you, please?" I can imagine that it can be weird. Marmalade was gone. Snow fell harder. Panic tightened his throat. Finally, he found the cat sitting calmly at the gates of a small brick house several blocks away. Clara's house. Looks like Marmalade was guiding Eli to Clara. It feels like that big man upstairs is guiding him through the cat. She opened the door before Eli could knock. "Oh, thank goodness," she said. "He's been crying outside for 10 minutes. Wow, Marmalade's been crying that long for 10 minutes? I can imagine. Usually, cats in the Philippines get hated because they sound annoying. They sometimes chase them away or yell at them. But in other countries, cats are loved. Of course, our country isn't so good. We treat animals like they're pests, but sometimes we can treat them lovely, as long as they don't annoy us." Eli scooped up the cat. "What's wrong with you?" "Oh, don't purr." "Sorry, I can't make the purring noise." Clara hesitated before speaking again. "I've been talking with Father Thomas and the social workers," she said carefully, "and I was wondering if maybe you want to stay here for a while." Eli stared at her like this. Then the porch light glowed softly against the snow. Behind Clara, the house looked warm. Lived in. Safe. "You mean like foster care?" "Indeed, it's exactly like that. I think Marmalade wants Clara to be his foster mother so she can keep an eye on Eli. That's kind of sweet. Let's look at Marmalade is helping him in so many ways." "I mean," she said gently, "like home if you want." Eli looked down at Marmalade. The cat blinked slowly as if to say, "Finally." Looks like Marmalade's work here is done. He did it. Years later, Eli would still tell people the same thing when they asked how he found faith. He would smile and say, "An orange cat dragged me into a church one cold night and refused to let me stay lost." Man, I feel like God was watching us up there, ensuring that we are taken care of. In any form, especially a cat if they're annoying. In many ways. I guess the Bible was right. The Lord works in mysterious ways. And every time he told the story, Marmalade, older, slower, but still proud, would curl beside him like he knew exactly what he had done all along. I can imagine this cat was the real hero. The protagonist was Eli in this story, but Marmalade was the hero of them all. He was the one who did everything, gave him a home, a mom to care for him, and structure and purpose. And he found faith in the Lord. And that's my story of Through the Cat's Eyes. Through a Cat's Eye, sorry. And I'll end it right here. So thank you for watching my video. This is The Story Man signing off. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And comment down in the comment section below on what you what kind of story you want me to make, and I will read it. As long as it's okay, okay? Remember, hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel to get daily updates from me and what kind of videos I'll be uploading. Comment on the comment section below on what kind of story you want me to make, and I will make it. Any request, as long as it's not too weird, and I will make it. Make sure it's okay. Make sure it's a good story, okay? And you can give me the title of the story, so I'll make it for the YouTube video. If you do that, this thumb will greet you to the end with a thumbs up. Remember, like, comment, subscribe equals a thumbs up from me to you. And we must remember, the Lord will always be with us in prayer as long as we pray. The Lord will help us in many forms, from the flying birds in the sky to the funniest cats walking on the ground, doing in ways we never thought of. And that's my video. I'm signing out. Thank you and goodbye. Goodbye, 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 bye-bye.